TheBlaze.com.
So while America was celebrating Independence Day, those behind Common Core did an end run around our American History AP courses with the AP American History exam, and you will not believe what they have done. In the exam, the American Revolution, almost every founding father has been deleted. The Civil War does not include the Lincoln-Douglas debate, the Gettysburg Address, the assassination of President Lincoln. World War II omits the Greatest Generation, Truman, Hitler, D-Day, Midway, Battle of the Bulge, and also doesn't mention the Nazi atrocities at all. I'm not sure exactly what we are teaching about American history anymore. Ken Mercer is here. He's the Texas Board of Education. With some news about how they did this, why they did this, and how to stop it. Ken, how are you, sir?
How you doing?
So, Ken, who's behind this? What happened?
This Common Core, it's the same people. The chief architect of Common Core is David Coleman. He did Common Core overall. He did it for the SAT, which they just finished in April. The next thing is this 34 AP examinations, advanced placement exams, that our best and brightest high schoolers will take for college credit. Now they're building Common Core into all of those advanced placement exams.
Okay, so I went through the things that are not on the test. No founding fathers, no assassination of Lincoln or Gettysburg Address, or no Hitler, Nazi atrocities, nothing. What is it that they are teaching?
So it's a very negative aspect about America, and I guess, you know, history, as you know, is a great story to be told. In America, we're one of the few countries that tell both sides, the good and the bad, the good versus the evil. That's where our nation is so great. But as you said, how do we teach kids about the Revolution when there's no Jefferson, Madison, Franklin, there's no Bunker Hill, there's no Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party? They learn none of those things. And the only founding father they mentioned, they meant to give one mention of George Washington. But guess what? It's in his farewell address when he warns about political parties and foreign alliances. But that's the only mention of any founding father is George Washington 8 years after he served as president in his farewell address.
I can't imagine how you do teach American history. When you get to World War II, they do talk about the atomic bombs that we dropped, but it's my understanding that they said, it says here, the decision to drop the atomic bomb raised questions about American values.
Exactly, Mr. Beck. That's their critical thinking. There's nothing about the Holocaust. As you mentioned, Nazi atrocities is not mentioned. The Midway, the Death March of Bataan, all those things, D-Day, are somehow all left out. Dwight Eisenhower, Hitler, everything is left out. But in terms of the overall critical thinking of the World War II is exactly what you stated, the analysis of the opinion of American morality after we dropped the atomic bomb. That's their critical analysis of World War II.
So they are saying, I mean, what they will say is it's a conspiracy that we're going to take over the local school board or the state board. We're not doing that. But in effect, the hands of the state board of education and the local school board, it's all tied. If these tests are the tests you have to take, you don't have a choice. Is this how it's working?
Exactly. Previous to now, they had a 5-page document. In any state, Texas, South Carolina, you had your standards, which are clear, transparent, you passed, and you added the AP standards, the College Board standards. But now they've come out with an 98-page document which says the only required material is what's in the document, and the only thing testable is what's in the document. They tell teachers you have flexibility to teach other things, but it's clear the flexibility will not be tested. The only thing tested is what they put in this new 98-page document. It's just a complete takeover of American history.
You have, in effect, you'd be doing your students a disservice if you're teaching anything outside of that document if you want them to go into college.
Exactly. If Glenn Beck is an educator, you're graded on how many kids take the AP exam, how well they perform, and if you want to show other things out there that are not on the AP exam, you're basically wasting your time.
Okay, so now is this in Texas?
Precious time in the classroom.
This is in Texas, where we've already removed Common Core, then we removed the dummy front of Common Core after that. Is this everywhere? Is this yet another hurdle that we all have to organize and march against again?
A great question. In Texas, Common Core is illegal, but you're right, it's another hurdle because every kid who takes AP exam, this year 450,000 kids in America will take the AP U.S. history, 46,000 from Texas. They all take that exam. Well, here we got a dilemma. It's illegal in Texas, but this exam is built that way. And every kid, whether you're public school, private, homeschooler, if you're one of our kids from the Department of Defense schools, you're taking the same test. And you can't get around it. It's just a complete takeover of education.
All right, Ken, thank you very much. We'll talk to you again, and we will be following this on July 22nd. We have We Will Not Conform happening in movie theaters all across the country. Make sure you grab the book, Conform, and also go to your movie theaters July 22nd, 8 p.m. nationwide, live, wewillnotconform.com.